Hello and welcome to Shed Reviews. Today I'm looking at an item that I purchased at my local car boot sale for £2, and it is this 24-volt mini oven. Now these things on eBay are very expensive. If you don't believe me, just go on Google and Google it yourself. They are not cheap, but these are designed for putting in a caravan or putting in a truck or big vans and just heating up food. There isn't that much to tell from the packaging apart from it plugs into a cigarette lighter, so it is designed for more smaller vehicles. 24 volts, so this won't work in my car, or it would work at a very low power. Obviously inside you get the instructions. Yeah, like I need to know how to... Yeah, obviously don't use the usual crap, not much. And now, get the oven. Okay, and here's the oven in all its glory. It's got a nice little glass door, hopper open. It's got a nice removable tray. Yep, that's going to be used in a bit. It's, if you can hear that, that's the timer. And obviously, there's the power lead where you plug it in. So anyway, what we're going to do now is get a 24-volt power supply and test this little beauty. Back in a bit. Yeah, sorry about the beeping and... No, it's gone now. Huh, look at that tray. It's just about right for one slice of bread. So what we're going to do now is give this thing some power and then see if it can actually toast it. Well, there's a mini oven, but there is one thing I should point out that is might make it very slow. I'll show you on the back. Okay. Now if you're seeing down there, that's its power rating, 100 watts. That's not a lot. So if you look at the ones on the internet, they tend to be, 500 to 600 watts in power, so they consume a lot more power. But then again, this thing does have to utilize the car's cigarette port, so we'll let it off. So less talking and more testing. See you in a bit. Hey, I've managed to get this thing working off a 24-volt power supply I'd lying around. And I'm going to try and give this piece of bread as long as I can, because I'll be honest, 100 watts, I don't think it's going to do a lot. So I'll keep the door closed to keep the heat in. I can feel actually getting warm, so maybe I'm being a bit pessimistic, but I'll give it 5 minutes on this side and then hopefully some cheese on the other side. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, we've had this piece of bread under the thing on now for 5 minutes, tell by the timer, and this isn't looking encouraging, to be quite honest. I mean, I can feel that there is heat, it's just not very quick. The bread isn't even starting to brown, so tell you what, we'll take it out, we'll flip it over. So right. Okay, so we've flipped the bread over. We're going to put some cheese on toast in. Obviously, put this thing on its maximum shelf. Ramp it up to 10 minutes. May actually work a little bit now because it's gotten warm. Close the door. And that should be a little easier for people to see, so... See you in a bit. Okay, this thing's been on the go now for 8 minutes, and yeah, it's not really working. Open that a little bit. Breaking my fucking hand. Yeah, if you can see that, it's softened it up, but it's kind of softened it up, but it's not really melted it. I'm gonna put I'm going to put these wooden blocks underneath to raise the height of the tray nearer the grill element. I can feel it working. It's just not very powerful. So give it a few more minutes to see how we get on. This is quite possibly the most ridiculous way I can think of to get a little piece of cheese on toast. One piece, and I couldn't cook it in 8 minutes. All it did was like soften the cheese. Let's give it a go. See you in a bit. Yeah. Okay, we've given it 5 minutes now with the blocks of wood ramped underneath to get the cheese close to the grill. Now, I don't know if you can hear it because of the timer ticking away, but I can actually hear this bubbling. In fact, I'll show you by getting it out. You hear that? It actually works. Hey. Go and get my glove. Where's it? Oh, look at that. It's not browning, but it's bubbling. Oh, look. Oh shit, don't want to do that. Alright, cool. So there you go. One piece of cheese on toast, sort of, grilled in this little contraption, which took... well, it took about 15 minutes, to be honest. This is not a quick way of doing it. I mean, it's just... to be honest, I think the whole unit has just not got enough power. I could see why this thing was sold. It's not very good. Oh well. Okay, so we're going to up the ante on this thing and see how long it would take a truck driver to make himself what all truck drivers like to do. A bacon sandwich. Here we have some pieces of, actually admittedly pretty small pieces of bacon, because I don't want to overwhelm this thing. It's already proven to be not very good. And see if we can cook a bacon sandwich in half an hour. So I'm going to give this 15 minutes each side and see how we get on. So all we need to do is load the tray. See, I've just washed this, so yep, try and hold the camera steady. God, this isn't going to be a very good bacon sandwich, I'll give you that. Probably only one round, but let us give this thing the benefit of the doubt. Switch her on, 15 minutes. And see how 15 minutes gets on. See you in a bit. Okay, so we've just given this 15 minutes. Yeah, and well, ow, fucking finger. The top of this thing's hot, but yeah, that's what 15 minutes does. Yeah, that's not cooked. Okay, what I'm going to do now is bolster it up with those blocks to get the bacon really close to the elements. I'm going to turn it over, give it another 15 minutes to see how we get on. Right, so there we are. We've got the bacon cooking nicely. It's 15 minutes. See how we get on. I'm going to make you sit there and watch it. Bacon to cook 15 minutes, so catch you back. Right, I don't know if you can see that. It's now put the wood on the blocks, and we've actually gotten the yeah, it's all curled up. It's just need a piece of cloth so I can actually pull this thing out. Yeah, that looks better. Alright, taking 10 minutes to turn her over. I cannot tell you how difficult this is with a camera in my hand. Oh shit, that fucking, it's burning the fucking, hitting the element. Oh fuck it, it'll be cooked. Fuck it. Wow. Well, it took quite a while, but it's actually cooked. And yeah, we're now going to test the bacon. Admittedly, it's only half a sandwich, but I didn't want to use up any good bacon because, well, let's face it, if this thing didn't work at all, I would have been left with 6 pieces of bacon I'd have given my cat. So yeah, 20 minutes to make a bacon sandwich. God, no wonder this thing was a carbohydrate item. Right, so that's my review of this mini oven that I found at a car boot sale for £2. Now, for £2, I didn't really expect much, and I didn't get much, to be honest. This thing, it does work, but it's painfully slow. I mean, it's okay for warming up food. I mean, that I will give it, but actually cooking with it, no, I think it just doesn't have enough power. Its limitations by plugging it into the car cigarette port, I understand that, but the reality is This thing needed a much more powerful element. If it was 200, 250 watts, may have been more useful, but at 100 watts, it's only good for, like, say, warming up a croissant. And that's pretty much it. You know, we'll give it its due. It's ideal for warming food. Easy to clean, yeah. Ideal for long journeys. Well, yeah, it's going to be a long journey because it's going to take a while to heat it all up. Ideal for warming food, soup, frozen meals, sandwiches rapidly. Rapidly, no. Yeah, stick it on for half an hour and you'll get somewhere, but rapidly, this thing ain't. So, if you come across one cheap, it's okay, but I wouldn't buy one new. These things are just not worth the money. It's just my opinion. So now, to enjoy my bacon sandwich. See you next time. Actually isn't bad. Bye.